Election day is this coming Tuesday, November 5th. Voting is both a privilege and a responsibility. And I urge all of us to take a moment, to take the time, and to become informed of the issues and the candidates, and to exercise our right and our responsibility to vote. Many of us are a little bit turned off, or maybe a lot turned off, by elections and candidates because of how hyper-partisan and divisive some candidates and some races can become. And of course, the ideal in Judaism is for there to be peace. In fact, the Messianic era is described as a time of peace, not only between nations and not only within a nation, but even within all of creation. The famous vision of peace described in Isaiah in the Messianic era, where the lion and the lamb, who are natural enemies, will in fact come together and be able to live together in peace and harmony. And this image of animals who are normally antagonistic or predators one to the other living together is sort of the ultimate symbol of peace of a Messianic era. Rabbi Shapiro asks, why do we look toward the Messianic era to the future to imagine a time when lions and lambs can live together? Why don't we look backwards to earlier in the world history, to our Parsha in Noach, when animals who were natural predators one to the other, lions and lambs, were living together during their time in the Teva, in the ark, during the flood in Parshas Noach. And Rabbi Shapiro points out that there are two different ways of achieving peace. One is what I would call a pragmatic peace, and one is an idealistic peace. During the times of the flood, the animals had to get along, otherwise they would have drowned outside the ark, outside the Teva. They were able to put aside their differences in order to survive. It was pragmatic. There was a crisis, and they responded to the crisis in the only way possible, by working together and getting along. That's one type of peace, and that's pragmatic. But in the future, we look forward to an idealistic peace, one in which it's not based on interests in the moment. It's not based on a set time period. It's not based on a crisis that people get together and put aside their differences and come together in peace and harmony. But it's the ideal. It's the natural state of affairs. We're certainly not there yet, and we have to deal with the situation at hand, but we should work towards more of an idealistic peace. We should recognize and understand that there is peace in response to crisis, but then we should build upon that and bridge the differences to the greatest extent possible in order to come towards a closer vision, a closer reality to that idealistic peace that is promised in the Messianic era. Wishing everyone a Chodesh Tov and a Shabbat Shalom.